There you go. Okay. Been doing this 6 years, my friends. 6 years, and I still can't figure out the nuances, the tiny minutia of getting all this sorted. You would think maybe after all this time, right, I would have figured things out. I would have refined the process. But no, no, that's not the way things work. The way things work is usually a lot of frustration, a lot of little things that happen that are out of your control that are annoyances. Like for some reason, the second monitor decides to spaz out, right? Why is that happening? I don't know. Has it ever happened before? No. So why is it happening now? Maybe that's God. Maybe that's a sign to let me know, don't do this. Don't do this any longer. What are you doing? You're wasting your time. Although I think I've mentioned it before that I see these as a little bit of therapy, right? So this is my form of therapy, to do a live stream, talk about different topics, talk about different things going on in the community, talk about things going on in the world, right? Welcome to the PigCast, if you even want to call it that. We're here. We're doing a hot live stream on a Wednesday, right? Moving forward, I do want to do these more often. I've said that before. Right, I've said that before. Oh, hey, I'm gonna do some live streams, guys. I'm gonna do them more often, and then I don't end up doing them more often because I'm a moron. But no, no, I'm committing. I want to do them, and I want to do them as often as I can. Eventually, I would like to have an entire channel dedicated to streaming, right, and have that be the way because I've heard that this affects your channel because it fucks with the engagement. I don't care. All right, if you've seen the status of the channel, you would know that that's really something that doesn't really go into my mind when I upload videos. I don't really upload videos thinking, "Whoa, this is really gonna get to all of them." Right? I upload videos because I want to, because I like to, right? Because I'm trying to put inside my little my pig ideas in the magic community in the little niche that I occupy. Let's see a couple comments here. When you schedule your stream, you get fewer people than you normally would. Shaking my head, right? You would think it's the opposite, but it doesn't matter because what matters to me is that this is going on the channel, right? And the content's really what matters. The supplement is, of course, the comments and the live aspect of it, but I enjoy just the content of it more so than anything, right? And the content today is bombastic, it's dynamic, it's didactic. We have all the words that you would find on an SAT worksheet today. My friends, we're going to go over some several topics, more notably things that have annoyed me in the past week, right? Which, if you could imagine, it's a lot of things. Magic Live is taking place right now. I didn't attend, and the worst part is that I know people that live there, right? And I didn't think of that. I didn't think of that when I was trying to figure out my situation in Magic Live. But I feel like it's the same shit. Really, I've said Blackpool was a life-changing event, and it was. But I think it was a travel. It was seeing a different country, seeing a different culture, even though still similar enough to the States, where it's not a culture shock, but still different enough to Miami, where everything is flat. You go to England, and there's mountains, there's beautiful pastures. In Miami, there's none of that. There's Cubans screaming right now. I could hear them outside, in the pool all the time, all the time. It's kind of odd. You would think maybe, okay, haha, the pool maybe once a week. No, they're in the pool every single day for hours. I don't get it. But so we're here doing a live stream about some topics. I've written them. I've been a little bit more organized per se than before. So the first one here, I would assume, is on this particular dude. And I wrote this to myself in this way: dude defends house with axe. That's one of the topics that I want to get into. Why? Because it reminds me of magicians, right? This is an individual who has weaponry inside of his house, like axes and swords and things like that. And it reminded me to watch this particular article or this particular video about magicians because this is how we are. Right, this is how technically we are portrayed to normal people. The only difference is that this guy's using battle axes and LARPing, and we're using playing cards and coins. I think I saw a comment here on the FPS wallet. I think I got what do you call this? I got shat on because I was making fun of that. Right, I was making fun of that wallet, not that wallet in particular, but the idea of coin wallets in general. Call them what they are. They're coin purses, right? I have a frog one from back in the day from my fandom of Naruto Shippuden in 2008, right? I got it as a little joke, but most people take them out with complete sincerity in a coin set in a table situation, right? They take it out and they hey, here are my coins, please examine them. Perfect, thank you very much. All right, look, these coins have eagles on them, and the reason they have eagles on them is because they like to fly. Watch, look, that's the first one. Oh, I'll do it in slow motion because you probably missed that one. Oh, look, did you see the second one? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I bet you're not gonna see the third one going. I'll do it again. That's every magician doing a coins across. Every single one of them, right? That cadence, that exact technique, that exact thing, and then prior to that is when they remove their coins from their very well designed leatherette home. And I disagree with that, even though it might be a very, I would say, a nice way of holding your coins, right? I would say it's definitely the way to do it if you've spent money on coins and you don't want to damage them in your pocket. You don't want them jiggling around. You don't want to maybe tarnish them. You put them in a coin sleeve case, right? However, that's the equivalent of using a pocket protector, right? So really do your diligence on that one. But I got shit for it because I made a video referencing coin wallets in general, and somebody's like, whoa, dude, you should just let magicians do what they want to do. Yeah, I am. I'm just saying it looks a little bit weird. That's what I'm saying. I'm not telling you can't do it. I'm saying you shouldn't. All right? I'm not the law of magic. I should be, and I think I do a good job because I'd be there defending magic and making it cool again. Make magic cool again, right? It used to be cool. Look at Copperfield. I still remember when he was doing that floating rose trick, right, to that very attractive lady in that television special. He's making the rose float, and he's doing it to Della, right, a wonderful song featured in George of the Jungle. And he's doing a song, and it's all romantic, and it's hot, and it's cool. It's fucking cool. Magic's not cool anymore. Magic's not fucking cool anymore. It's a bunch of people that I say maybe peaked in middle school, high school, trying to think or trying to come up with ideas that are already invented. Ronan Rice says, missed your chance to meet the Guzman. Yeah, I did, unfortunately. Although she frequents the 305 where I'm from often. However, doesn't respond to my DMs. Jabrizi maybe responded to my DMs faster than she did, which is kind of telling, right? Because I'm a name in the magic community, believe it or not. I'm an F level, sorry, I would say F plus level member of the magic community. Most people don't even reach a grade in the magic community, and I'm there, buddies. I'm known. So what the fuck? What's going on? Huh? Why are you ignoring me? Oh, I know, because you're intimidated. That's what it is. I didn't do a zoom in. That's the thing that I forgot to do. I could still do a bing bong.
Bing bong. Bing bong.
Right? I could still do a bing bong, but I didn't do the zoom in. I should have done a shortcut where it zooms in and you could see me do something like this. Right? When I would have said that. Hey, Piggy, I had Coke instead of Pepsi over the weekend and it sucked. Change your ways. No. And even if you see that episode of Ham Radio where I tried to do the Coke challenge, where Daniel, my partner, my Ham Radio co-star, which hasn't done one, even though I said, hey, let's do one now that you're in Miami. And he's like, yeah, man, we'll figure it out. No, didn't. They didn't even bother. He did the Cokes, right? So we put different types of Coke and Pepsi and all the stuff behind a little thing in a cup. And then I tried to figure out which is which. And I was wrong. I was wrong about Coke, right? It turns out the best one is RC Cola. In a blind test, the best one is RC Cola. Is that the best one when I'm aware of what I'm buying? Of course not. Coca-Cola's king. I have at least a 36 pack in my fridge. My entire fridge is taken up by Coke Zero. And you know what I've recently gotten into? I've recently gotten into dirty sodas. It's when you put creamer in your soda, right? You put some fucking lemon in that bitch and you have a great great little treat, and it's low calorie, right? Coke is also 95% water, so it counts to your hydration, assuming you're drinking Diet Coke, right? You're not adding unnecessary sugars, maybe a little bit of sodium, but it's not terrible for you, right? And it fills you up. You get that gas, you don't want to eat as much, so you're less inclined to be a gluttonous fuck. So there are a lot of benefits to Coke, all right? Don't look at who's funding these studies. Don't look at that. Okay, don't look at the fact that Coca-Cola themselves are funding the studies talking about the health benefits of Coca-Cola. Don't look into that. All right, just listen to me and ignore that. All right, be happy. Drink Coke. But I'm a fan of Coca-Cola. All right, I won't ever consider a Pepsi unless I have to. Unfortunately, certain places only have Pepsi, like Taco Bell. Right? Whatever. I'll tolerate a Diet Pepsi, a Pepsi Max, whatever the fuck that means. But Coke is king. Coca-Cola is king. Diet Coke is king. I recall a certain former president had a red button in the White House office that he pressed, and it specifically gave him a Diet Coke. If that's not an accolade, then what is? This would have been a Coke, but instead I chose Cuban coffee, right? Where I completely shat on the history and the wonderfulness, the eloquence of Cuban coffee by adding ice and creamer. You're just supposed to add mounds of sugar to that shit and nothing else. But no, I turned it into an iced beverage because I'm a bitch, right? But that would have been Coke had I had my way. Let's look through these. I'm sorry I skipped through a couple of these. Is this an emergency broadcast? No, it's not an emergency broadcast, although it kind of does look like it with that background, right? I did add a little bit of production value if you haven't noticed, right? A little bit of a light here on the side. It's kind of hitting me there subtly, right? So it has a little bit of like a, whoa, what's going on? There's mystery here. There's a mystery. If you haven't noticed, I got a new tat, right? Designed by Manel. Thank you for that, buddy. You can't really see it, but it's a pig. Right, this is the closest thing to a real tattoo that I've gotten, and people have complained when I've showed it to them because they go, "Oh, you ruined it," because it's a pig with the words "pig tattoo" tattooed on it. So it's a pig with a pig tattoo on it. So that's kind of the vibe that I got. Now I need to get the cake one, right? So the cake one is probably going to go on the other side or in the bicep, but I need to get a cake, and maybe the frosting says cake tattoo. Right? But I also want to make it very simple because I don't want it to really be aggressive, right? Because I'm not a fan of tattoos. But that's the latest one, pig with a pig tattoo on it. So I'll probably post that so you can get a closer view. But Manel killed it with the design. Killed it with the design of that. I like the way it looks also. It's a cute little pig. I don't want it to be a pig like a fucking hog. So that's the latest one. Shasta Cola sounds great. Yeah, Leonard, if you like the taste of your sister's asshole. If you enjoy the taste of your sister's bum, then yes, Shasta is a great choice for you. Ice and coffee doesn't sound as bad at all. I know, but then to a regular Cuban, to somebody that's actually, struggled through the communism, they might see that as like sacrilege. They might go, "What? You put ice in Cuban coffee? Are you crazy? Are you stupid? It's supposed to be this and this and this." They're stuck to their ways, the Cubans. Tattoo your chest? I don't think I want to do that. I already have a real tattoo here, but I think this is going to be kept pristine. And then maybe that cake tattoo might be it. Cake tattoo with cake tattoo, that might be it. I don't want to get anything else because then I'm diluting the humor, right? The small tattoo, you got a smaller tattoo, you got a meaningful tattoo, you got another tattoo, you have a tattoo. See, it's if I get another one, maybe it might the other one I was considering was getting a right leg tattoo on my left leg. Right? That was the other one. I think I'm actually retarded, and I mean that seriously, right? So don't take that out of context and put it in a compilation and send it to people that are fans of mine. Don't do that. Right? Let's see. This one, magic is full of virgins in the derogatory sense of the word. I don't think there. Well, yeah, there are good ways, I guess, to be a virgin. Maybe if you're somebody that doesn't want to be a whore, right? But yeah, it is. It's filled with the worst types of virgins. It's filled with people that think that they're better than you, right? And are only reinforced by the fact that they keep getting reactions from shitty tricks. That's the worst part. That's the part that keeps making these virgins more virgin-y, is that they keep getting reactions like, oh my God, that's the craziest thing I've ever seen. For like a double lift where they're this is really virgin-y of me, I'm sorry. But a double lift where they're holding the cards the entire way, right? And then they turn it back down and then they do something like this and they show that it changes. They get a reaction like, oh, whoa, that's the best thing I've ever seen. And that only fuels their ego more, right? So let's get into this first one. I've been kind of not preempting this, but I get sidetracked. Let's hope that I could do it, by the way, because Lord knows this has been nothing but complicated. So let's get into the reaction view, right? Which I hope doesn't fucking blow up my computer. Yeah, why wouldn't it? Why wouldn't it, right? Why wouldn't it work? Like, wait, it makes you wonder, right? It makes you wonder. Let me go. Oh, man. I am not happy. Okay, so let's do this. Let's do... I don't even know where the fuck. I'm not happy right now because I tried it and it worked. Let's try it again, right? Let's try it again. Oh, see, it's still black. Whoa. Whoa. Boy, what is it? February 2021? That was a joke, right? That was a thing I said. So let's go to... So I have to do this live then. I have to fix it live, which is kind of annoying because I don't want to have incriminating evidence on my shit. We'll do it live. Fuck it. We'll do it live. Okay, so let's go to reaction. Okay, let's go to display. Let's go here and hope that this doesn't completely... Okay. Woo! All right, your boy fixed it. See that? It's not hard. Right? Oh, man. Windows snap. You're making me snap, Windows. Oh, wow. Windows really, really not making me happy. Okay. My fucking God. That took way too long. So, here is this article in question, right? This reminded me of magicians because of the way the guy spoke and his sort of fake superiority, right? He had like kind of like a way of speaking where he was down talking to the news reporter, like, yeah, you don't know my lifestyle. I came in there with a battle axe, but this guy used a battle axe to defend off somebody that came into his house. He had various sorts, and it wasn't really the content that got me to want to talk about this. It's the background. Look at the background of this guy. So we're going to be taking a look at this video together, right? Hopefully you could hear it and I could hear it. Let's see. Let's find out together, won't we? Okay.
Prison for a maximum of 20.
Okay.
Off the top tonight, a Kalamazoo County
Okay, so let's go full screen. Can I go
man
full
used
screen?
a weapon to fend off a convicted criminal who kicked the door into his apartment late last night.
But it wasn't a gun, knife, or even a bat that kept the intruder at bay. Instead, it was a replica battle axe.
Barton Dieters is in studio control with
Tremendous.
this story. All new tonight. Barton?
Brian and Marley, the 33-year-old suspect, is in jail now, facing a charge of first-degree home invasion.
The guy that, by the way, robbed the house is just as bad. I just wanted to preempt that. But the guy that robbed the house is just as bad, just as fucking losery. You're going to see him in a little bit. But this guy is a fucking champ. If there's anybody that I could bestow the crown of a magician on, it would be this individual that defended his house with a fucking battle axe.
Which could put him in prison for a maximum of 20 years. Whatever his reason was for kicking in the door of the Ashtamo apartment, he probably was not expecting to run into a guy who does this on the weekends.
Well, number one, it's not LARPing. A lot of people are like, oh, is it LARPing? And it's like, no. This Band-Aid was actually from filming.
Okay, all right, let's just take a little bit of it. And again, I know I'm a magician, right? I know I'm a magician. And I know I have no right to make fun of anyone because my living is comprised of card tricks, right? But, so this guy's saying, no, it's not LARPing, right? You don't know what it is. I got this small little Band-Aid, I got this fucking Band-Aid from fighting over the weekend. Right? It wasn't like it wasn't the fact that they're choreographing that, and it was like a little show they did, I guess, at a Renaissance festival. Look at this badass injury I got. And then on top of that, there's also you're getting the news to your house, right? The news is going to your house. You know that they're going to your house. Why not pick up a little bit, right? Take your fucking Fapkins from behind your fucking computer desk, right? Remove your fucking your cum rag essentially from behind a shot, man. Come on, dude. And you know the camera guy saw that and he's like, no. Don't tell him about it. Don't remind him. Have him keep that shit.
Last night for our newest episode.
When he's not working at Applebee's, 36-year-old Ben Ball competes in the events where people compete against each other in ritualized combat. He owns a lot of period weaponry reminiscent of the kind used by Vikings and barbarian warriors that he keeps around his apartment.
I've got a double-headed carbon steel battle axe that was homemade by a gentleman who has since passed. That's what I call my baby.
Ball says that the suspect dated a former roommate who left to get away, and he showed up at the apartment around 11:30 p.m. Wednesday. The suspect knocked on the door repeatedly as Ball was in his apartment playing video games and watching Rick and Morty. Then the suspect kicks at the door.
Okay, all right. So here's the thing, right? I wish that parody was this nuanced. It's not. I don't think this is parody. I think this is real. This is from, I guess, a real news station. It's not fake. But the way they wrote this up, whoever wrote the script is a fucking god, just because of the little nuances that he touched, right? If you noticed, he mentioned previously, when he's not working at Applebee's, he's fighting off with real weapons at whatever the fuck festival, right? Little peppered in part of the script there. Then he also added, he was in his room. Why did you have to add that detail of Rick and Morty? Why? It's not necessary. It wasn't necessary to the rest of the story. You could have just said, oh, he was inside his apartment playing video games, or he was inside of his apartment when the intruder kicked down the door, right? But you instead had to add that little, you peppered in that little detail, right? You just went in there and you said, no, he was in his apartment playing video games and watching Rick and Morty. I wish I had this capacity for parody. Like, I wish I had that mind to write that fucking script up, because that's absolute gold. Let's go back to that real quick.
It might have broken in on twice.
Keeps around his apartment.
I've got a double-headed carbon steel battle axe that was homemade by a gentleman who has since passed. That's what I call my baby.
Ball says that the suspect dated a former roommate who left to get away, and he showed up at the apartment around 11:30 p.m. Wednesday. The suspect knocked on the door repeatedly as Ball was in his apartment playing video games and watching Rick and Morty. Then the suspect kicks at the door.
It might have broken in on twice, but it may have been the third. But I was reaching already over here.
And this is what Ball pulled out, a sharpened battle axe.
Fuck that.
Door open, grab the axe, step, hit.
Ball said he had reason to believe the suspect had a firearm. The axe hit the intruder at least once in the torso, and then the two started grappling in the apartment, destroying the place.
There was a bloody mess everywhere.
Finally, the suspect gave up and made a run for it. A neighbor called 911, and police showed up. Canines followed the trail of blood to apprehend the suspect. Bell identifies the suspect as Axel Lavelle Roll.
This guy has a fucking, the all-seeing eye tattooed over his eyeball. Could you imagine being that, having that level of edge? This guy's edge is sharper than the battle axe. Unbelievable for this guy to think that he could have, he could fight the guy who has a fat kid, who gives zero fucks. I'd be fucking terrified to fight this guy.
That he keeps
not because the weapons, because the lack of care. Look at the lack of care that this guy has. Maybe he saw the toilet paper in the background and he himself didn't give a fuck. That's a scary individual. I don't want to fuck with a guy like that. Fuck the weapons. Look at this. The guy didn't even bother. He knew that the news were going to come, right? They have to tell him in advance, like, hey, do you mind if we get you for a piece here? Yeah, sure. Let me just clean up a little bit. No. He said, yeah, sure, and didn't do anything. That's fucking terrifying. I wouldn't want to fuck with a guy like that. Fuck the weapons. See the rest of it.
That's what I call.
on a charge of first-degree home invasion. Court records show Rawls was discharged from the State Department of Corrections in July. Okay.
Tremendous. Let me go back here. Hopefully, first of all, let me see if this fucking transition works, because I can't see it here. Okay. All right. So if I do this, right? Am I now
Kalamazoo County says the suspect spent...
Am I now back? Because I can't see it because my screen froze. Because of my wonderful production quality. Not only does the production quality extend to the channel and extend to what you guys are looking at, it extends to back here, right? Because now my screen is frozen, so I really can't see what's going on. Okay, so I'm back there. That's fine. So I can now fuck with the settings, and hopefully nothing's going to change. There you go. Look at that. I could see myself. Wow. Oh boy, does that not make me fucking so happy to want to do these streams. Let me project. And you can't hear it, but there's what I consider to be an industrial size fan aimed at the back of my laptop, right? Because I have to have it that way. It's literally aimed at the back of the laptop so that it cools it during this very resource intensive stream. So that's the best thing I've seen. And that reminded me of Magicians, just because the way the guy was speaking about what he does, he goes, it's not LARPing. All right. It's not LARPing. As a matter of fact, look at this injury I got. I got this injury from the battle that I did. Right. I got this. I was scarred. My flesh was sliced in my combat. It reminded me of Magicians and how seriously they take themselves. Right. That's why I decided to want to talk about that. And also the Fapkin just put me deceased. That Fapkin in the background. Right. I have a relatively small apartment. Right. If you could see it, it's really small. Right. The bed's right there. There's a couch here. There's a kitchen. It's small. Right. It's where we're going in terms of rent prices. Right. You have to, in this trying time, get a relatively small place, reasonably priced. Right. That guy's apartment was about, I would say, half the size of this one and twice as packed, which I don't understand how you could do, right? I don't know how you could do that. And I don't know how you could let people into your house and record with a camera for the local news. And you know what the worst part about that thing is? That he told everybody he knew, like, hey, I'm going to be on the news. I'm going to be on the news. Watch the news. Why would you need a roll of toilet paper near your computer? Like, give me a reason why. Oh, you're blowing your nose? Do you blow your nose that often? That you need a roll of toilet paper near your computer? No. No, it's a receptacle for semen. Okay, there's only one use of that, and that is to catch your cummies. Okay, so don't take it out of the shot, please. If you're going to do one thing, take out the roll of toilet paper from behind the camera shot when the news goes into your house. Come on, man. Come on, be better. Bing bong.
Bing bong.
Bing bong. All right, so that's that. I saw that and wanted to share it with you guys. He was fighting a fat girl who is not a model. That's awesome. Who needs a gun when you have a battle axe? Thomas Maloney says, just been using my detective skills to find you on Facebook. I have a Facebook, right? It's Pig with 2 G's Rodriguez. Right, PigCake Rodriguez or whatever the fuck it is, and I had that because I'm like, oh, let me start posting on Facebook because Facebook, I hear that's where it's at, right? That's where you want to get them views. But then no, negative, and now it's only going to be used as a back end for when I start doing Facebook ads, right? Let me try to do that and see if maybe I could find new people on the academy. So. That's where the extent of my Facebook is. But my Facebook it's dead. There's nothing there. It's pretty much just a front so I can make Facebook ads. His name's Axel. That I didn't pick that up. I was too distracted by the fucking Fapkins in the background to care about his name and the beautiful pun, right? This shows evidence of a creator, right? This saw is not serendipity, all right? It's designed this way. Right? It's designed this way in specific because God's laughing. He goes, oh, you know, it'd be funny if I named this guy Axel and he shows up a little Band-Aid, the tiniest Band-Aid in the planet, and shows that as an example of his battle scars. And then we keep the fucking napkin that he uses to jerk off in the shot of the camera crew that I'm going to have go to his house, right? Let's just do that. That's God laughing, I feel. Barbed wire bicep tattoos. I don't know. That's fucking Bill Goldberg. That's for Bill Goldberg in the 90s to look back on and contemplate his life. Chomsky says, talking about places you work, the 10% discount ain't a thing anymore. Yeah, I think they did it with, they have ambassadors now, right? Illusionist has ambassadors, and all the ambassadors have a 10% code. And they asked me, hey, do you want to be an ambassador? I'm like, no, I'm not a fan of that, right? I want to do other things. I don't want to be an ambassador, especially when there's so many of them. That's kind of pointless. I want to do something that's more intimate, right? Like Ninja 3. But alas, just weirdness. There's a weirdness there. Jordan Peterson says fat girls aren't models. Jordan Peterson says fat girls aren't models. I haven't seen that. I did see an article saying that he's going off of Twitter, which is odd because I would think now would be the time where everybody like that is going back on. Piggy saying make magic cool again is all kinds of ironic. I don't know if I don't know what you mean by that. That sounds like an insult. That sounds like something you're telling me that's not nice. That's not a nice thing. And I resent that. Manel says he's based. He takes his shits in front of his screen. I'm not. Oh, the intruder was Axel. Okay. Axel got the axe, literally. You have a sharpened battle axe in your house. That's another set of problems on its own, right? I get like collecting weapons, right? But here's the thing. You have to have a place for that. If you remember Highlander, the movie, right? That's a perfect example. He has like a weapon room. That's when it looks cool as shit. When you have a house and you have a weapon room, right? But the rest of your house is normal and looks cool. Then you have a weapon room. But when you have like a fucking like a studio apartment and you have weapons all over, you just look like a virgin. You look like a virgin, man. It doesn't matter if they're weapons of combat, that the weapons used to kill and maim and to fucking, our ancestors used them to take over countries. No, it doesn't matter when you're in a studio apartment. Context is key there. If you have a weapon room in your house, yeah, it could be nerdy and virgin-y, but it's kind of cool, right? Because you have a separate room just dedicated to weapons, right? So it's kind of fucking, kind of cool, kind of edgy. Like, what's going on? Who is this guy that he has a room full of weapons? Like if you have it like Kingsman where they're outlined, even cooler. Where you have a fucking sword there. You have the sword from Highlander. But when you have it in your own room where you sleep, that's the difference. That's what makes it virgin-y. Let's see. You picked the wrong house, fool. A magic room? Fuck, that's bad. A magic room is bad. But here's the thing. If you have a magic room in your house, you got it like that, right? You deserve it. You could do whatever the fuck you want in that room. You could have a hentai room for all that matters, but you have a room, right, dedicated to it that's separate from the rest of your house. So whatever, right? Unfortunately, whatever. But so even if it's a magic room, I have to say, yeah, whatever. You gotta like that. But what's in the context, like if I have weapons here in this fucking studio apartment, like no, that's the context isn't there. But if I had a bigger place, like a nice fucking well-sized house, and I had a room dedicated to something that I like, whether that's weapons or magic, right? You gotta like that. You got a room dedicated to it. Right, I don't know why I just whiffed from this mic and I just got the smell of ass. It'd be great if somebody, when I'm not knowing it or when I don't realize it, is coming into this place and rubbing this microphone on their asshole. Doesn't smell like it now. I don't know if I like that. Just a random. It's not me. It's not me. I shower twice a day and I clean my clothes after every single wear. I know. It's kind of neurotic, right? Why are you... clean your clothes so often? Because I don't want to have the magician stink, right? I clean my clothes fairly frequently and as I do my body. And I've been using retinol on my face So I've been having a smoother face over the past couple weeks than I've usually had. My rugged Arabness, right? So I care about what I put on me. So it's definitely not me. So when there's a foreign smell of ass, I wonder where it's coming from. How's the new pig doing? The pig is doing fine. It's going through its process right now of falling off, right? Or flaking or whatever the fuck the tattoos do. And then it's going to be a nice looking pig with a pig tattoo, right? So it's doing well. Thank you for that. With the hot design, I was just saying about the other one that I need with the pig. The cake. But I was thinking that it can't be complicated, because the more complicated, the more annoying it is for her to go in there and fucking just jam it with that very annoying tattoo gun. This one didn't hurt all that much, but the problem was she had me lying down with my ass up, right? So my ass was just in the air, and I was telling her I don't feel comfortable like this. I feel like vulnerable. I think that's the right word. And then she was doing it, and then when I stood up, all the blood rushed. So I almost felt like I was going to pass out from just being in one position and having this foreign body added to your body, technically. So that's why I think the next one has to be very minimal in terms of its design, but it still has to carry the same theme, which is cake tattoo, right? Because I don't want to get a real tattoo. That's gay, right? I know I'm using that in a middle school term, right? Whatever. But I don't want to have like a real tattoo. This is not a real tattoo because it's nullified by the fact that it says pig tattoo on it, right? So that kind of turns it into thematic to match all the other ones. So that's kind of my mentality when it comes to that. What's the other one that I wanted to get into? There is, speaking of Rick and Morty, why did I get a Rick and Morty advertisement on my phone? Maybe because I've been looking it up. So dude defends house with axe. There's a trend, right? There's a trend that I'm not a fan of. And unfortunately, I wanted to do videos that would emulate this trend before it became a trend. And that is man on the street, right? Man on the street is usually a type of like an interview segment for like a news show or a talk show where you go on the street and you ask people certain things. You could ask people trivia. Jay Leno did it. Conan did it. Everybody did it. And the problem with TikTok and Instagram and all these things now is that anybody could do it, right? Anybody could do it. And before, maybe a year ago, a year and a half ago, you would need to actually invest in a microphone. So you would need to have at least a modicum of care for whatever you were doing. So you would get a microphone. You would have to, do some diligence, I guess. Now, what I've seen are people with phones. So they'll just have their buddy record them, and then they'll fucking do this thing, right? And let me just show you an example here if I could find it. It's gross because the people that do it are always doing it to pick up chicks. And it's always... You're asking the grossest fucking shit to random people in the street, and they're always with the fucking phones in their mouth. Let me show you an example here, so I don't sound like a old man yelling at clouds. So this is the one in particular, right? Let's see. Okay, so let's go all the way back. TikTok on a desktop is the equivalent of a colonoscopy at the same time that you get a root canal. So let's look at this together. Hopefully it doesn't fuck up again, because then I might decide to take up my revenge on a group of innocent people. So let's see. Okay, great, fantastic. So this is what I mean, right? This is exactly what I mean. This is the TikTok that really got me thinking about this fucking subject. Let's take a look.
Are you a backseat or are you a hotel type of person?
What?
Backseat or hotel? I'm everything.
Oh, say less.
Okay, right. I know. It's just a small example, and there are many more of it, right? There are many more of it, but you see what the vibe is, right? The vibe is this thing, right? Just fucking. So, how wet do you get when you fucking do sex, right? And they fucking have their phone in their mouth, because they're using it obviously to have better audio than if they use the audio from the fucking camera that's far away. So at least they have a little bit of production value with that. But you're asking these poor girls the nastiest shit. And the worst part is they respond. It's the new Girls Gone Wild. You put a camera in front of them and then they're going to say nasty shit. What the fuck? Have I gone to the age where it's gross now? Where you see these, attractive women on the street saying these nasty things. And I'm like, where's your father? Where's your father at? What are you doing? What's going on? Please see a specialist. Right? But they ask him the nastiest shit. And what I wanted to do was I wanted to go on the street and ask people like, hey, what do you think of magicians? Like, what do you think of what's your the first word that comes to mind when you think magician? And just see play on that back and forth. But now I'm going to be roped in with all these fucking pickup dudes. And they always go, can I get your number? Can I get your number after asking you these gross fucking things? Huh? What's the size of your clitoris? Why am I getting fucking emails? Speaking of, liquid, that's funny. Liquid or debris in the USB port. That's how gross it is. Even in this little example, I got debris and spittle in the USB port from just showing you what they fucking do. And they're always asking the nastiest fucking shit to these poor girls. And they always ask them, this is how you know their age. Can I get your fucking Snapchat? Can I get your Snapchat after you told me? What's your body count? How many people have you had intercourse with? No, tell me. Tell me right now. In front of the camera, my boy. Tell me. Can I get your Snapchat? Let me see the inside of your clitoral hood. I don't get that. I hate the trend. And you're ruining it for the rest of us because some of us actually want to have legitimate content. Right? We want to do the legitimate content on the street. And you're not letting us because now we're roped in with you guys. Apparently now we're all the same shit. Oh, look, you see a guy on a microphone with somebody recording him. It has to be a TikTok person. Asking me, he's going to ask me for my phone number. No, I don't care, all right? I just want to know what you think about certain things, all right? I'm trying to do this segment that's been a long time staple of television and media that's now been ruined by fuckboys and people trying to cheat their way into picking up girls, right? It's gross. What the fuck? Do it the normal way, right? Where you stare one down at the bar and then you fucking say some stupid thing like, hey, can I get you a drink? No? And then fuck you then, whore. And then you walk away and you move on to the next one, right? Traditionalism. Let's go back to that as opposed to, hey, hi, what's the biggest dick you've ever had inside of you? Yeah? Can I get your phone number? Hey, do you like short dudes? Right? That's another one I've seen. Do you like short dudes? Come on. Short kings, be better. Right? We're all in this together. We live in a society. Right? So be better than that. That's gross. Don't be that guy. And I've seen so many of them, and they're always touchy. They're always unnecessarily touchy. Right? And you know, when I have a problem with it, you know that there's something wrong with it.
Bing bong.
Right? That's the way I see it. When I have a problem with it, then you know, oh shit, yeah, this is really gross. But they're always touchy. Hi, what the fuck is what's your favorite sexual position? Would you like to show me later? Can I get your phone number? It reeks of desperation. It reeks of desperation. And every time I see those pop up on my feed, they're so often. It's so often and it's so gross. And if you're somebody that's looking through, I don't know, media like TikTok and Instagram, you're gonna run into that. And you're gonna see that nasty trend. And it's ruining it for it. Look at the production value, right? I have a microphone. It's legitimate. There's a box. There's a cube, right? So there's a professionalism here, right? Like, hey, we're doing stuff on the street. We're asking people about magicians compared to, hey, can I just see the inside of your fucking pussy right now? Can I just see the labia? No, come on, just show it to me. Show it to me. I just want to see it. Please. I hate short kings. I hate short kings too. Man. I don't like short people, right? And I know, haha, that's funny. Piggy, you're very short. I detest short people. And I'll tell you why I detest short people. Because short people, they're so fucking shitty about their height that they have to compensate in other ways, right? And usually they're the ones that are standing the most erect, right? So they have too much posture. Like they have their posture is too fucking not proportional to their fucking body. So they're the ones standing in the bar trying to take up the most space. And usually they're the ones that are attempting to be the most well-dressed. But it just looks like you're dressing up a small kid, right? That's what it looks like when you're putting on, like you're in a local bar, but you're wearing a dress shirt with the thing and you're there and you know you got dressed for it. It's not like you got out of work. You got dressed up for the bar? Come on, it's a bar. You go there, you drink, you're drinking rotten barley and oats, and shitty fermented whatever the fuck, right? You're dressing up, ridiculous. And they're standing with their fucking chest up, trying to take up as much space. They'll fucking shoulder check you. I hate short kings, and the way they walk, right? I know. If you ever seen me walk, right? It's just like a little fucking like, because everybody that I know is obviously taller than me, so they take normal strides, and I'm just here like, hey, man, hey, dude, slow down. That's me. I hate that. Right? It's unfortunate, but you have unless you take long strides as a short person, but then you just look ridiculous. So you always just, come on, man, dude, what are you doing? Dude, slow down, man. As your regular friends are taking normal steps, right? So they're always surrounded by tall people. They all look the same too, right? They all look the same, and it's just, I hate short people. I really do. Tall queens. I do want a tall queen though. That's my goal in life. I want to get with a really tall, attractive woman. It doesn't have to be attractive. I just want to get with a really tall woman. I think that's when I know my life's really hit its peak. It's when I'm with a tall woman and she's carrying me. All right, that's my inevitable goal in life. But alas, it's hard to do. Right, I have to charm and make them laugh to compensate for my lack of height, because the average male height's 5'10". I'm well below that. And I have to compensate for that by making them laugh, by just ha-haing my way into themselves, I guess. Or I could just, hi, yeah, what's your opinion on short people? What's the color of the inside of your clitoral hood? No? Come on, let me just see it. What's your, can I get your phone number? I could just do that and maybe cheat my way that way by just being a gross fuck on the street. They all look the same. I'm talking about short people. Let that be the context. Don't put that in a compilation and send it to people I know with the intent of, I don't know, demeaning my character. Fucking loser. Specifically, there's an account that blocked me that's doing that on Instagram. And I've noticed that they've sent messages to people like, yo, you should really check this video out. And it's the best of PigCake. That's the best part of it. It's the best of. They've made compilations of me. They've blocked me. Right? I blocked them, and then I unblocked them, and then they blocked me, I guess. So it's funny because they've made a best of PigCake compilation, and that's what they're sending to people to kind of demean my character, which is funny because, I mean, look at me, right? I'm short. I'm funny looking. Somebody, as a matter of fact, on Magic Live, let me see if I could find this Instagram. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show it to you guys here because I'm not logged on to Instagram because it's cancer on, thank you, Magic Buzz, by the way, for that shout out. I appreciate that. But Instagram online is cancer. But Tyler Lunsford, Magic, just did me so dirty. This guy did me very dirty. He goes, had a blast hanging out with PigCake at Magic Live. And it's like, it's a short dude. It's me if I gave up, essentially. Not to shit on that person that's at that convention, but it's me essentially if I have completely given up. I don't know if you could see that, but it's somebody that's, you know, obviously not the best groomed individual. I think that's factual. I'm not mean-spirited by saying that. And he said, oh, hanging out with PigCake at Magic Live. You did me dirty there, buddy. You did me dirty. All right. So I just saw that. I don't know why it reminded me of what we were talking about. Maybe short people, or that they all look the same, right? We all look the same as short people. I had to be contextual when it came to that, so it's not used out of context. We can't see it. Fuck. Okay. You know what? Let me see if I'm logged in. I'm gonna have to open up Chrome on my fucking computer, which means that it's going to start sounding like a radiator has taken off. Oh, and the keyboard is also delayed because I purchased a keyboard that can't function within 3 feet of the fucking apparatus. So let's see if I could find it so I could show it to you guys. Is this going to move? Let's see. Okay. Oh, that sucks. It's like timed. Okay, so let's see if I could do this. So this is so let's go Shift F2. I hope this works. Right? Yeah, so that's the fucking post that I got. Thank you for that, Tyler. I appreciate that. I appreciate that post. It really does mean a lot to me that you're thinking of me. Unfortunately, that was not me. So if you thought that was me, you were mistaken. I did not make my way to Las Vegas. So thank you for that. I really appreciate the tag there. Thank you for... I hope you had a good time with me over there, right? Whoever that was. Hope he showed you to a wonderful night as well. You fuck. What are you talking about? That was you. What's the other one? There's another topic that I wanted to get into here. That I guess the last one that I wrote up before I went to look up at the discount double check pig. Fuck. Oh man, God, that hurts. The roast hurts, guys. The roast hurts here. But the last topic, not the last part of the show here. But I guess before we specifically get into the comment section, right, we talk based on what you guys, topics that you guys might want to bring up here, is Pigeon English. I saw this, and I think I'm deceased. I'm deceased because Pigeon from the BBC News, right? It's like this English, but not really. I looked it up. It's made up. It's not a real thing, but the fact that they have their news in this English is the funniest thing I've ever seen. It's not real, right? As a matter of fact, the Wikipedia here that I was looking it up and all the sources from it we're talking about it. Let me zoom in here. As a matter of fact, I'm here clicking on the wrong keyboard, like I'm a troglodyte. Let's go here. I said zoom. Of course it doesn't zoom in because why would it, right? Why would it zoom in? When I tell it to. But it says Pigeon is a grammatically simplified means of communication, right? And it talks about its origins and stuff. But I saw this and it just wrecked me. Up. Yeah, why would the keyboard work, right? Why would the keyboard work? That's what I want to know, right? Why would it work? If I press the fucking button, you would assume that it would do what I tell it to do, but it doesn't. So this is the Pigeon section of what do you call this, of the BBC News, and I just found it funny because it's not real. It's not a real thing. You look it up, and it's a made-up thing. It's not an actual language, and it's literally English, but with words between it that don't really make sense. My husband no take bike, na fight, ego separate. What? That's drunk English. That's not a real thing. But it has this whole section dedicated to Pigeon and different like forms of news that are going on, translated to this made-up language. Talk, EFC talk, why dem arrest accountant general of the Federation? That's not real. That's not a real thing. I guarantee you that nobody knows this language as is. Nobody knows this language as is because it's not a real thing. You look at the Wikipedia for it. You look at the sources that I mentioned before, and it's like, no, it's not. It's not a real thing. It's just English. It's fucking English. So I saw that and I absolutely died. Thank you. It worked. Okay, my fucking God. So I saw that and died, and I just wanted to bring that up because I would like an explanation, please. From everything that I see, it's made up. It's not a real thing. It's literally English. It reminds me of Spanglish, as if they go, oh, no, the official language, or we're going to do BBC Spanglish, where they're combining English and Spanish into what normal Latin American English speakers talk, like how they talk, and then they put that as a specific language on the BBC News. That's not a thing, right? So if I have an entire section dedicated to Spanglish, it'll just come up as like, what the fuck is this? This guy's drunk, which is what exactly this came up when I saw it, and I just died. I just wanted to share that here on the live stream. just because, again, this is therapy, right? This is a form of therapy. So I saw this. This made me laugh. So why not share it with others and hope that it makes them laugh as well? I'm going to be pitching to the BBC News Spanglish and seeing if I could write for them and they send me money. What if that dude is telling everyone that he's you and they believe him? Oh, God. Yeah, that'd be great, right? Wouldn't that be tremendous? No, I'm PigCake. Look, I have the shirt. Ha cock. Ha cock, dick. It's me. It really is me. And everybody goes, holy shit, it is PigCake. What the fuck? Let me take a picture with you, dude. That's stolen valor. Right? That's stolen valor. Pigeon is such a beautiful language. Well, if they have Portuguese news in Pigeon, you let me know. But BBC apparently thinks that it's important enough to have it as a separate section of their website that people click on this. I'd love to see the clicks on that. Like, I'd love to see how many people actually click on that and read that as their form of news. I'm willing to bet it's probably 50 a month. Probably 50 people, 50 clicks a month. Not even people, 50 clicks a month go to this particular website that aren't just looking at it to just go, what the fuck? BBC News Spanglish. I'd love that. Oh yeah, here we are in the estación. Dale. Un come mierda killed another come mierda in A Street. No. It's the same shit. It's the same shit. It's like, it's why would you do that? And now you have your entire section to that. Killed me. Bah ha 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 ha. Please use Pigeon in your next YouTube tutot. Yeah, tutut. Speaking of Pigeon, I'm already speaking that way. Yeah, I should do that, right? That'd be a funny bit, as Mark Lemon likes to call it. Oh, is that a bit? Is that another bit? Yeah, my next video would be entirely comprised in Pigeon English, right? But then people are going to assume that I'm somehow making fun of certain individuals when it's not the case. I'm making fun of this fake made-up language, so maybe. Who knows? It also seems too complicated. Even though it's a simplified version, it seems too complicated. I'd have to stick my fingers in a power socket in order to be like, oh, now I get it. Oh, okay. Whoa. I'd have to do that in order for me to actually be able to do that consistently. So it seems like too much work. I think Pigeon English is broken English patois. Not even. It's, again, I think the best comparison that I have is, it could be. The best comparison is Spanglish, right? It's not a real thing. It's just something that people that are learning English that are of Spanish descent do, right? And then some of the words have made it into kind of mainstream, like sandwich. They say sandwich in Spanish. It's sandwich, right? Oye, hazme un sandwich. Right? It's that sort of Spanglish sort of thing. So imagine if an entire news station dedicates an entire page to Spanglish. You would think it's parody. Man, what if Discount Double Check was autographing boobies and shit while speaking Pigeon? You should see, bro. Yeah, I gotta find that. Now I gotta go to Vegas and find that fool, right? Who's looking like me. Probably take stolen valor as Piggy. That's not the way it works, all right? You gotta earn your virginity. All right, I've worked hard for these 6 years of PigCake virginity. You can't just come in and look like me if I gave up, right? If I just completely, I'm not going to be that mean. I don't know the person, okay? They could be a sweetheart. I'm not going to be super mean. And then look at me, all right? I'm being mean, but then look at me, all right? I'm short. I got like a tremendous bone structure. I got a full, thick mane of hair. Ignore the front, but thick, luscious, beautiful hair, right? I got a chest. I got a chest from all the benching I do. You should see, I should record myself benching. I think that'll be funny because I do it in this apartment and I do it without benching equipment, right? I'm going to record myself doing it once next time I do it and just show you guys how absolutely clinically retarded it is. Because there's no safety, there's no attempt at any sort of like a spotter. There's nothing. It's just, all right, let me just jimmy this on my chest and let me just press it and then let me put it back. It's a process. I'm going to record it, and I'm going to put it on Instagram and show you the absolute stupidity that I go through doing any form of benching exercises here on this small studio apartment. So I think that would be a funny bit. If a short, fat kid shows up one day looking for his dad, then you know what happened. That's true because there's something that keeps fucking annoying my hand here. It's not a tick. I'm sorry, I keep looking at it, but I keep feeling something here, right? Is that a form of, am I dying? I've looked up in WebMD in the past maybe 2 weeks, like certain symptoms that I've had. And it's all like, yeah, you're dying. Get looked at now. And then the next day, it's all great. So it's just anxiety, right? Which I just find interesting. But I find myself like 3 o'clock in the morning, like, oh my God, what is this? What is that thing? Is my left arm feeling numb? So don't get into that rut of looking up symptoms on WebMD because the prognosis is always you're dying, right? Which technically we all are. So you're just beautiful from behind. Is that it? Well, here, funnily enough, I sent a picture recently because I had like a pimple here in the back of my neck, and I sent a picture to someone, and they go, "Why do you look so feminine?" And then I realized it looks like a woman because my hair was to the side. I sent a picture. You see the earring, and it looked kind of feminine from the back. So now I need to get my traps up, so I look less womanly from this angle, specifically when I take a picture behind my neck. So all for that, I need to get roided up traps just so that specifically when I take a picture from behind my neck, it doesn't look like a chick's neck. It's Peter Turner Midas Touch from the UK messing with you. Well, let me tell you, any sort of, not to be too virgin-y, but any sort of notion that trick is not good and it doesn't work and it's a lot of dumb verbiage. When you see Peter Turner do that at a strip club in Blackpool, England, when the music is blasting and they're playing terrible 90s UK rap, the trick works, right? It works. And he did it for people in a fucking, this shitty strip club. With the most dehydrated looking strippers I've ever seen in my entire life, loudly, right? I remember I was there and I was kind of drunk, and I pretended not to speak English so they wouldn't bother me because I just wanted to drink. I didn't want to get solicited, right? And they also look like my grandma. They look like my grandmother, so I didn't want to get grinded by my grandmother, essentially. So, ¿Qué? No. Yo no hablo inglés. No hablo inglés. No, yo no sé. No speaky. I don't speak English. No. I think it worked for one of them, but it annoyed the other one. So that was a fun time. So if you don't want to get bothered, just pretend not to know English and just go, no. Smile. That's another thing, right? Smile. And go, no, speaky. No, I don't know. Yo no hablo inglés. No sé. Right? And then they'll stop bother you. But that's that trick really. And I had him, I'm like, hey, can you show me that trick? Show me the trick. He's driving the car. And then he goes, dude, it's easy. Just say these words, do this, and that's the trick. And I'm like, I hate you, right? Because I wanted little touches, haha, pun intended, and nuances. But no, there's no touches and nuances. It's just literally say the words, do this, and that's it. That's the trick. And the best part is that in all the time, not to suck his dick because I hate him personally, but to see him do it and to have that conversation afterwards where it's like, no, he wasn't fucking near you. And then a person goes, no, but I felt him touch me. He touched me. Right? And they go, no, you don't get it. He wasn't even near you. He was next to me the entire time. And they go, yeah, well, how's that possible? I felt him touch me and he touched me here. It's this back and forth and I saw him do it constantly and it worked ridiculously. God, fuck that guy. Jesus, I hate it. I just hate how good it is. Magic Buzz says, okay, so you got the effect there. Detrimental effects on health produced by psychological or psychosomatic factors such as negative expectations of treatment or prognosis. That's exactly it. The other day, I thought I was having a heart attack, but no, it was just. And here's the thing. Why do I have anxiety? I don't have a reason for it. I don't have a need for it. I'm not anxious, But I'm not nervous. I'm not depressed. I'm not there's certain things in life that you worry about, but everybody fucking worries about those things in life. So I'm there at 3 o'clock in the morning, just like, am I dying? What? Oh, my left arm. My left arm. What? Why is my left arm? And then you just go to sleep. You wake up and you do it again. Isn't that great? So so this is the comment section of the stream. This is where I look at the comments and see what it is that you guys want to talk about, what it is that you guys are concerned about, things that maybe you guys brought up. So I don't, oh fuck, god damn it, Magic Buzz, Magic Buzz doing me dirty on Instagram. Thank you for that, Andrew. I appreciate that. Fucking killing me here. Oh fuck, killed me with that last post. Wrecked me. I appreciate it. I always like a good roast. How's this vape? I should change this vaporwave behind me, right? Maybe I should do that and make it something topical to the show, but I can't do that live, right? If I'm already having a hard time doing the normal show live. Let's go back through here. That's a callus you have generated from the virginity. Maybe it could be. I remember from the muscle pass video I did, I got a bunch of comments talking about how to do it, and I mentioned on how I did it in math class. So just put there, I'd get a coin, put it in my palm, and I just put my finger and do this with the coin and just get that callus in there so you could do the muscle pass. But I'm no levels. Like my muscle pass here, it's like this tall. I can't even do it after years of doing it. But then sideways, I could fucking shoot that shit to China, just fucking doing it. So I don't know what the physics of that is. But then you have like Shurogawa that could do it pretty much just yeeting it all the way to space with his fucking muscle. I don't get it. He has a vanish where he holds a coin here and then he just goes boom and then muscle passes it into his pocket, which is like 2 feet away. And then he just shows the hand empty. What? Hello? Use pigeon. All right, let me go back here, see if there's anything I skipped. You picked the wrong house, fool. All right, read that one. Fuck me, dude. The illusionist one. This guy mentioned Shasta. This is about Greg Wilson has a great ring and coin routine. The pouch is his lucky coin. Yeah, I guess, right? I'm not saying that you shouldn't have a coin purse, but realize that you have a coin purse. Right, that's what I've been mentioning every time I've had a video talking about a coin purse. Right, I think there's an Instagram post that I did about it where it's like, "Yo, hold up, let me take my coins out," and then I rip the Velcro of my coin purse and then show my Eagle coins and have them examine it. There's something there, right? I think there's a negativity there. A first impression, if you would. That's not necessarily the best impression. When you go, hey guys, my name's PigCake, I'm the Wandering Magician, and I'm wondering if you guys want to see a trick. Yeah? Okay. Well, great. Here I have a little holder, and I would like for you guys to check the coins from my holder, right? Check them out. Perfect. Okay. We're going to be leaving this one in the holder, right? And we're going to be leaving that there. As a matter of fact, could you put that between your hands? I hate that. I hate that. I can't tell you how many times I've hated it watching. And I had a whole lesson on this on the PigCake Magic Academy. $5 a month gets you 5 videos. Sorry, $10 a month gets you 5 videos. $5 a month gets you 4 videos every single week going over card and coin stuff. You get access to 1,200 videos and counting, my friends. I had a lesson on the PigCake Academy talking about why you should never do that, right? A wallet should be a thing that's used in transition. Right, it's a thing that holds the cards. So, for example, this one, just to give you a preview of that. Oh, is my back in focus? Yeah. So, right, there's the one that came with the kits from Illusionist. Right, it's a Z-fold wallet, I believe, where it's a Himber style thing. Where if you open it this way, you see just a little slit. Right. Hey, what's the inside color of your slit? Let me see the inside color of your slit. There's a slit here, and if you open it the other way, it's clear, right? So you could see through it. So if somebody puts a card here, you could see it when you open it from the other way. A standard Peak wallet, right? Great stuff. I love it. Did I put it the wrong way? Yeah, I put it the wrong one. You're supposed to put it here, and then you could read it. Yeah, There you go. So it's a great wallet, right? But what I hate is when you put all the attention on the wallet, which is what most magicians, especially when it's being marketed, which is what they do, right? So here's the logic, and I hate to be virgin-y, but I guess this is a virgin stream, so might as well talk about it, right? So you have the wallet, you have the cards that go in the wallet. Do me a favor, write a name down. The reason I have you write it down is so you can't change your mind later. Not to say that you will, but it's happened before. Okay, so just write it down, and we'll put it right back. Okay, perfect. Now, think of this person, right? Think of how they look. That's it. You don't have to say, okay, now hold on to the wallet. Put your hand between, because then it's going to draw attention to the fucking wallet. This should be a non-issue. All it's done is that it's just for the fact that you are, the cards came out of the wallet, right? You put the card back in the wallet, and that's all it is. It's not a thing for you to hold because now the attention is on this object. So it's just a little tidbit that I remember, and I guess what did I get reminded from that? Somebody reminded me of that. I forgot what comment reminded me of that, but just getting a rant on the retardation of holding the wallet. Oh, hold the wallet. Or I guess because the coins. We're talking about coins and coins coming out of a wallet and then holding on to it. Doesn't make sense. I mean, from all the masturbation, says backwards bushcrafting and buffoonery, which was my nickname in high school. Manel says deck update. There isn't a deck update. There's no way around that. True. Any insight on the toxic principle? Not really. Again, you think you know something, and then you see someone like Peter Turner do it, and you go, oh, I've been doing it wrong. He has a thing using a toxic force on the mind control thing, which, fuck you. Just fuck you, right? Because you take the negative of the toxic principle and you turn it into something of a positive, and it blew my mind when he showed it to me. But that wallet, it's just the thing that bothers me every time I see like them pitching a new wallet, and they go, okay, so you wrote a word on it? Perfect. Now just hold the wallet between your hands. All right, and think of the person. All right, think of this person. Samantha? Yeah, that's what I thought. Look at the wallet. Look inside. Look, that's the word. No, it should be, here it is. I just don't want you to change your mind. All right, not to say that you're going to change your mind, but it's just happened. So just write it down so later on we could confirm. Perfect. Okay, we'll just put it right back there. That's it. Right? That's the extent of the wallet. It's just the receptacle for the cards. It's not the focus of the thing that's happening. It should be incidental, right? Are you printing your cards with Bicycle? Well, eventually when I print my cards, I'll print them out with, Cardamundi, Bicycle, whatever the fuck. I wish I could put them on the thick 310s stock. The cohorts. The Copac 310s. They don't make those anymore. But I do want to make them crushed. If I could make them as thin as the cohorts, I'll be very happy. Because I like the idea of a thin border. So I'm going to be trying my best to make it thin and as crushed as possible. Right, we got Magic Buzz just dropping it. Is that Canadian? Did you just drop 27 loonies? Toonies? 27. I don't even know what your demographic is. Or sorry, your currency is up there. I didn't even know if you had currency, to be honest. Will it be a mark deck? It's not going to be a mark deck. This first one is just a deck. But thank you, Magic Buzz. I don't want you to think that I'm glossing over that. I appreciate that. And I also appreciate your little Instagram post. Okay, thank you for that. I really am glad that you would push that as me. And if you thought that that was me, by the way, in Las Vegas, you should be ashamed of yourself, right? You should be ashamed of yourself if you thought that that was me. Towards your next tat. I think that's right. Thank you for that. Yeah, so that'll be to what do you call this? The inevitable face tat, where I get the opposite of forever right here above my it's like $5 American. I thought it was the opposite, especially now. Right? I thought it was the opposite because the US dollar's tanked, and I thought Canada's dollar is like, hey, here it is compared to the US dollar, which is odd because your prime minister is a male model. Right, so that's kind of odd. But they're not going to be marked because I just want it to be a deck. right? Do I have them here? I think I've shown them before. It's not really a big secret. Even though the big secret is, hey man, why aren't you putting them out? I don't have them here, unfortunately. Oh no, illusionist. All I have are warrior playing cards. I have the penguin magic ones they sent. I have some. What the fuck are these? Oh, these are the Abraxas ones. But I don't have my deck anywhere near me. Right, the 14th prototype that I have of it, which is kind of unfortunate. But what do you call this? Dick cheese. I mean, you've seen it, all right? It's a nice deck. I like the fact that the courts are kind of new. The courts have this raining design where the pips, which somebody, again, one of these little stupid accounts was making fun of. But I like it because the design is different. The courts aren't necessarily the same as the other courts you might see on a traditional deck. So the back of the courts is kind of this raining suits. So the suits are behind them almost as if it's cascading down. I think it's an interesting distinction, right? So that's what I like about them. I like the way they came out. I like the design. The only thing that I don't like is how long it's taken for the box. The box. So that's kind of annoying. But you'll get them soon enough. All right, soon enough. I'm hoping. You know what the worst part is? You know what the absolute fucking worst part about it is? I was looking at an interview the other day or a couple days ago where an AMA with Reddit, a subreddit, right? And I'm talking about my deck then. I'm talking about my deck then in 2020, early 2020, right? Late 2019, I was talking about my fucking deck. And it's 2022, middle of 2022, and it's one deck. All right. I'm not going to get frustrated, as my mom likes to say. Pig, how much did they pay you for that quote on the Rick Lax download? Yeah, I did put a little quote in there. Right, Penguin Magic was very gracious to reach out to me. Let me see if I could find it here. Penguin Magic. Oh, the keyboard. Now it works. Now it works, motherfucker. Okay, so let's go through this. But I left a little bit of a quote on that video that they put out with Rick Lax and what's the other guy? Justin Flom. Weird as white guy names. These nuts. I'm not going to apologize for that. I forgot what it's called. Big Picture? No, that's Kyle Purnell. I'm looking at their new shit, and it's not in their new... Oh, right here. The 6 greatest tricks in the history of card tricks. Let's see if they... Oh, they included it. Okay. That's actually nice of them. I thought that maybe they would have been like, no, we're not going to have Piggy here. Wow, is this real? Okay, so hold up. Let me go to... this, and then let me fix my second monitor so I could show you the quote that I left for fucking Penguin Magic. Okay. Wow, this is taking way longer than I want to. Oh, they even got Andy from the Jerks. Wow, that's nice. Okay. So Shift F2. Production value, my friends. Let's see what Andy said. Hold up. Andy from the Jerks says, I've heard from people I trust, the download is very good. Some of the tricks are strong and the teaching is well done. And I'm happy that some people whom this style of magic is a natural fit are going to learn about it for the first time from this download. That's not real. I thought that it would be like what I did, for example. I said, if Justin Flom and Rick Lax were spice, they would be flour. I'm also willing to bet that their parents change the subject when people ask about them. With that being said, if you want to spend money on card tricks, I suggest picking this up. It's free. I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that until they told me. They're like, oh, it's free. But you know what? It'd be funny if we keep that in. Oh, that's great. Freak Out is the other one. Yeah, I did see they sent me it before they put it up, which was a nice little gesture. But I like the presentation on that. I saw that one trick, Freak Out, and I thought it was kind of cool because... it's self-referential, of course, but it ended up being pretty good. So I haven't seen the whole thing yet, but I'm glad that they included that. And they paid me in, what'd they pay me in? They paid me in beige tickets, right? Unfortunately, I couldn't cash them out because the beige tickets were only available for Magic Live. So, alas, unfortunately, I'm left to have unclaimed beige tickets. I think that's a good one, though, right? I stole that line from Bob's Burgers, I believe. If they were spice, they would be flour, because they are the whitest people I've ever seen in my life, right? So that kind of makes sense. Let me see here. It's $5 American. I already read that. That's a White Claw. Evening all. Cardamundi and Bicycle merged. Sorry for the question. My virginity is weak for me. Yeah, I believe Cardamundi bought USPS, if I'm not mistaken. I think I had a whole stream about that. Piggy Duck, can't wait, but clearly I can because it's already been waiting a lifetime. Yeah, technically, there are so many animals and organisms that have died during a time when this deck has been coming out. And if we look at the total time placed in the deck, probably 4 hours, right? I'm not saying that it's very well designed. I love it. I'm in love with the deck. I'm in love with the front. I'm in love with the back. I'm in love with the quartz, everything about it. Really hasn't taken a lot. So I just want to get on with it. I want to get on with it. I want to have it in people's hands. I want to see people doing reviews. I want to see V Jose 22 do a review with my deck. All right, that's when I know I've made it. When V Jose 22 has done a review on my deck. That's what I'm waiting for. All right, I want Gentleman Wake to open it up looking hot, and then I want him to open me up. You know what I mean? Sexually.
Bing bong.
You know, Bing Bong is old, by the way. I think I need to replace those because I feel like that's a little bit dated. But that's the stream. Thank you guys for watching this. Thank you, Magic Buzz, for that super chat. It will be definitely being used towards a cake tattoo. Towards a cake tattoo, which I'm not sure. I'm not sure when. Maybe soon. I don't know. I'm kind of in the mood. But thank you guys for watching a stream. Probably one on Sunday. Definitely one on Wednesday. Next Wednesday. You could count on it every Wednesday at, we'll say 11 a.m. Eastern, right? So if you're waking up, this could be your little morning brew. You're making your little coffee, right? You're making your little coffee, and then you hear me in the background rant about people breaking into houses with battle axi. Who knows, right? But thank you guys for watching. And as always, we did it, Joe. We did it. That's a good way. That's a good way to end it.